team, and that's for real. Oh, you said something? When they kick off, he gon' kneel. I don't wanna hear nothing if it ain't about the bills. We'll be running out the tunnel, better stay up on your heels. We might leave your ankles on the field, put you on the rail. How you feel? Feel the watch the sweep just like a broom. Hail Mary, and put his GM in a tomb. Make some room, call it timeout, cause they not ready. Think they feeling all the pressure, cause they know I apply it heavy. Try to cover one-on-one, my cuss gon' be too deadly. Have him watching all that film while he's snuggling on his teddy. Man, who let me step up in the game with a mindset of making sure I'm heard? No point intended, it ain't time yet. When it is, I bet you know, don't fix your legs to come around me. If you acting all scary in the snow, oh, you said something? Tell your homie better chill.
Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports contests and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Now, find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all sports information, from live in-game betting props and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Now, use our promo code BLEAV50 to receive your 50%. Welcome your bonus on your first deposit. Now, Bet Online is where the game starts.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Believe in Bills. I am Justice General Raffer, and of course, I'm always with the living legend. You know what I'm saying? Legend in 2 games, no Pee-wee, right? We got championship coach Muki Hawkins in the building. What's up, coach? How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. April Fools and all that, but we're gonna get straight down to the facts, right? We got Bills mock draft. Free agency is kind of dwindling down, so we pretty much have an eyeball on where I think the Bills should move.
Absolutely. Ain't no April Fools here. Straight business here with Buffalo fan base, though. We're gonna get into it. 7 rounds coming right up at the Bills mock draft. But before we get into that, let's just talk about like what the Bills might actually do or need. You know what I'm saying, in this draft. What are some of the priorities that the Bills are going to want to do here in the early rounds?
It's things that still stick out to me is okay. They got quality depth. Now, just because they went and got Austin Johnson and they got Deshaun Williams doesn't mean that they still not looking at D tackles in that top 60. Just because they got Mike Edwards and Taylor Rapp still doesn't mean that they now eyeballing safeties in the top 60. Just because they got Matt Collins and Curtis Samuel still doesn't mean that they're not eyeing wide receivers in the top 50. All right, so it just gets kind of interesting to see, the direction that the Bills are leaning towards. They didn't pick up a edge guy, obviously, but they did pick up Tuhill, a guy that's pretty much, I don't know if he's going to replace Shaq Lawson or the Bills thinking about bringing him back as another quality depth piece as far as the rotation go. But, they still have to build this roster. You got to have 90 guys here in the building, and the Bills are still nowhere near that number. So it's going to be, a lot of guys coming in. But I still believe what everybody's been talking about in reference to wide receiver, D tackle, and safety are definitely some needs. And, I wouldn't rule out cornerback either.
Okay. All right. I kind of had the same thoughts, same sentiment as well. But you know what? We've heard some rumors and rumblings and whatnot. So as somebody in the building, coach, as somebody who has a personal relationship with the players and the coaches, and you get to talk to these guys, is Stefon Diggs going to be traded in or during the draft, like during or after the draft?
Who's going to trade for Stefon Diggs when it's a deep? I mean, keep telling y'all, leave Diggs alone. When he put up a tweet, that don't mean that he wants to leave here. He's trolling the shiggity out of all of y'all. I told y'all this 3 years ago. He's a cripologist. He's not going to go anywhere. If the Bills would have been got rid of him by now, right? I mean, it's a wide receiver deep class. So if you're going to trade for Stefon Diggs has a $31 million dead cap hit, which the Bills is not going to entertain. And if he is traded,
that team will have to pick up that $19 million roster bonus. So no team is going to trade for Stephon Diggs when it's a deep wide receiver class. All right, it's just not going to happen. Sorry, but not sorry. Then who's going? I mean, hey, let's keep it a buck too. Now he's approaching 30, 31 years old. Who's gonna trade for, Stephon Diggs right now at this point? It's not gonna happen. So, it's a marriage. They stuck together, and they just got to get it together. That's just the end all be all with that. I mean, it's not Diggs' fault that Dorsey couldn't scheme him open. All right, everybody want to talk about the one pass that he dropped, and that's just the end of the world.
Oh,
yeah, that's the worst drop probably of Stephon Diggs' career, and he admitted that. He's an accountable guy. He's very accountable. So you don't think that's fueling his fire to make amends of that coming into this season? And then furthermore, what other quarterback is he going to play with? All right, it ain't that many quarterbacks that he would want to play with. And the Bills is not going to trade him to Kansas City. All right, so. There your answer. Could y'all still just stop with the Stephon Diggs rumors, please?
Yeah, seriously, because I'm about to clip this up and I'm going to play it every time somebody asks me that stupid question. All right, I'm so sick and tired of it. I mean, like, anybody would be happy to have Stephon Diggs, but ain't nobody giving up what the Bills will want for him. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
you got to take on another contract. Absolutely not.
Look at all these receivers right now that's still in the transfer portal. That's in the NFL free agents. OBJ is still out there. Mike Thomas. There's a lot of guys that still ain't got home right now.
Contribute to the team, absolutely.
And those teams are waiting because it's a wide receiver deep class. I'm not going to pay OBJ $8 million, $10 million, or whatever when I can go and get a guy that's younger, better, and faster right now. He's going to be in a rookie contract. So
5 years.
So, just stop. I mean, even if Stephon Diggs restructure, if he restructure his contract, that's to go and get that's to make another baby splash. It's not to restructure to move him. All right. So I mean, answer this question next year. You may get your wish. All right. But right now, Stephon Diggs is the bill, for this season.
I don't know. Well, you obviously.
I mean, he's under contract.
I personally feel like Stephon Diggs wasn't lying when he said he wants to retire a Buffalo Bill. And, I would like to see him here, for the duration of his career. I think that'd be pretty cool. He's, one of the best wide receivers in the league. Him and Josh have a great relationship. If Dorsey can do what I'm sorry. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. If Brady can do what he's supposed to do and, put his own spin on this offense and have it running the way it's supposed to, you might 1,500 yards from Stephon Diggs this year. So
he's going to have his best season as a Bill as far as his touchdown production. He's still going to have over 100 catches. And he's going to have his best season as a Bill this year because he finally is going to have some help. They brought in Curtis Samuel. They already have Don Kincaid coming into his second season. And then they're going to draft another wide receiver. Yeah. So he's going to have, some help around him.
And then you get another year of experience in Dawson Knox, who's coming back as a veteran. You also have an emerging Khalil Shakir. There's just weapons to go around.
Right, exactly. So make no mistake about it. It's all about getting weapons for Josh and help for Stephon Diggs. So teams can't play cover two shell all day and bracket him or double and that nature. And, Brady have to scheme him open as well. I mean, we all talk about that 2nd and 9 play, right? When Diggs is running wide open underneath. We need to see more of that this year with Stephon Diggs. Let him clear out, let him run underneath, and, get the yard after the catch. And, now that's going to open up other guys as well. So, Stephon Diggs is not going to go anywhere. He's an important piece of this offense.
100%. Thank you. So, like I said, everybody, please stop asking me that stupid question because I'm going to clip this up and I'm going to just keep playing it over and over again. All right, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. We are going to go ahead and get into this mock draft, okay? We got a really, really dope website that we're going to use, NFL Mock Draft Simulator. Shout out to Coach for the plug because I definitely didn't know about this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Can they see my screen, Coach?
They can see the screen, and we just gonna go straight out. We ain't gonna do no trades on this one. This is straight all 11 picks, and then next time we might get foxy with some trades. But let's just say the Bills don't make any trades. They hold it where they are. and let's choose this 11, shall we?
All right, say less. All right, guys, we're gonna get into it. If Coach Muki is the GM, all right, we're gonna see what his decisions would be. And we'll see what we got left after the draft. All right, so early, you see a lot of the guys who you thought would be, and I mean, no trades.
Reject our trades. We rejected
but let's just. Would you have taken this?
What? I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. It's the Bears giving up 2020. Oh, absolutely not. Never mind.
No. We're not doing no trades. That's what I'm saying. They might give us some stuff for next year and all of that.
Or
yeah,
nah,
do that.
It's wraps for that. All right. Pick 28, coach. Can you see everything?
Who we got there?
We got Amarius Mims, offensive tackle, Cooper DeJean, cornerback, Jerjon Newton, defensive lineman, Kool-Aid McKinstry is still here at cornerback, Graham Barton at guard, Xavier Worthy is here at wide receiver. All right, we got Darius Robinson out of Missouri, at edge. Jordan Morgan, offensive tackle, Keon Coleman, wide receiver, Lat McConkey, wide receiver, Troy Franklin, wide receiver. Obviously, like we mentioned before, a very, very deep draft class in terms of wide receivers. Tyler Nubin from Minnesota, the safety, hard-hitting safety out of Minnesota, still here.
All right, let's
coach, what we thinking?
Click on the receivers real quick. Let's see who.
Right. Let's go receivers. All right, so we got Xavier Worthy, Keon Coleman, Lat McConkey, Troy Franklin, Xavier Legette, still here, Ricky Purcell, Roman Wilson, Jalen Poe. I mean, obviously, everybody except Neighbors, Odunze, and Harrison Jr. are here.
I'm just gonna go and just give me Coleman. I'm gonna take Coleman right there.
Coleman.
It may be a little early because I know he's slitting in a lot of mock drafts, but I mean, if we're not trading back, we obviously can trade back to, the I Coleman if we need be. But I'm going to get Coleman right now because he brings an element to this offense that the Bills don't have at wide receiver. So let's snatch Keon Coleman. Right. I like the Mims pick, but Spencer Brown, is no reason to get Mims when our O-line is top dog right now. Cooper DeJean, you can't entertain that, but the Bills are set at corner, and by the looks of it, they are at safety. So where we at? We at 60?
Oh, you said the Bills are set at safety?
I mean, for now, you got Mike Edwards and then you got Taylor Rapp. I don't see them bringing in Cooper DeJean, and he's going to start over those guys. So that's why I say, okay, let's just stick to the receiver. Get that out of the way for Josh, because those are going to be guys that's not going to be around, too long in this draft. So Keon Coleman is the guy right now.
For sure. Absolutely. Keon Coleman, obviously one of the great prospects at wide receiver, expected to be a first rounder, and the draft simulator agrees. He gets an A grade for that pick. And the Buffalo Bills are here next up, round 2, pick 60. All right, some of the guys we still have left are Brandon Fisk out of Florida State, Peyton Wilson, linebacker, NC State, Tavondre Sweat, highly touted defensive lineman out of Texas, Junior Colson, Michigan linebacker, TJ Tampa, another highly touted cornerback coming out of the draft this year. I heard he was actually going to be a first rounder, so we'll see about that. But got Michael Hall Jr. out of Ohio State, Christian Hayes, some offensive line help. I don't see running back this early, if any, at any point in the draft at all, maybe in the later rounds. But
we got safety right there. What's that?
Cameron Kitchens, safety out of Miami, is still here.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Oh man, I would love if we could get Cameron Kitchens. I talked about how Tyler Nubin was a hard hitter. Cameron Kitchens is a hard hitter. All right,
even more so because I do like Michael Hall. He kind of gives me those Chris Jones type of traits. So but again, new DB's coach Jamil Uday coached him at the University of Miami, so he's going to bring in some of his guys. So let's go get Cam Kitchens there. Now the Bills don't have a third round pick here, so we just going straight through it. We're going to miss some great guys from 60 to 127. Just we're rejecting our trades right now. This is a straight up mock draft here. So we at 127.
All right. Yep. So right now the Buffalo Bills are at pick 128. Here on the board, we got wide receiver Javon Baker still here out of UCF. Inside offensive lineman Christian Mahogany still here. Two guys who are rated in the top 100. Dwayne Carter, defensive lineman out of Duke. Audric Estime from Notre Dame, the running back. Kalen Carson, cornerback out of Wake Forest, is still here. Marquise Irving. Michael Pratt is still here if you wanted to take a backup quarterback, perhaps. Renardo.
Keep going up. Keep going. Got Shipley there. You got Cohen. You got Luke.
Makai Wingo.
Now, the Bills did go bring in William Clapp. So, at first I had, the Bills probably going interior right here. But since they brought in William Clapp, maybe a running back. Let's see what running backs are. Actually, you know what? Go corner. Go corner. You see where the corner is.
Best corner available, Kalen Carson, Wake Forest.
Don't like Kalen Carson.
Kalen King.
Let's go Renardo Green.
Renardo Green, cornerback.
The Bills have been sneaky high on him, so let's go there. Elijah Jones from out of Boston College could be potentially on that radar as well. So we got that, and this is where the meat and potatoes come in with Beam, because they got like five. Look, they got 144, 160, 163, 189, 200, and 204. So you got some good. You got an influx of some good picks right there, back to back. So okay, so we went corner.
Oh, real quick, I just want to point out. All right, we've got 3 picks so far. And the NFL mock draft database is loving this draft so far. You got an A, and an A+ for your 3 picks so far. Pick 4 at 133. What are we thinking, Coach?
Oh man, I mean, this is kind of like a luxury pick right here, and we probably go and grab a swing tackle here. Roger Rosengarten is probably looking like the guy right now. You got Spencer Brown, who's in the last year of his contract. Not sure if he's going to get extended or whatever the case. We do have Tommy Doyle to back up, Deion Dawkins, but we do need another swing tackle. I do like Richard Garage, that's already on the practice squad, but hey, you got to build quality depth and you got to groom some guys. So I think Bills go O tackle right here. Go ahead and get that out the way with Rosegarten.
All right. Roger Rosegarten, another A+ pick for the coach turned GM. All right. Reject all these trades. Get these up out of here. Coach, Dwayne Carter is still sitting there at 107. That is 107th best the best player on the draft. He's sitting there, defensive lineman out of Duke. I've heard really good things out of him, but let's see who else we got up here. Will Shipley still here as well?
Mm-hmm. Just keep going. Let's scroll up because we are at 144. So these are the guys that slipped. Bo Limmer is still up there. Keep going.
Aki, the safety / running back, is still there.
James Williams is still there too. That's interesting. We got a lot of good stuff right there.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let's go get best available. Let's go get the guy from Duke right here. This is a luxury pick. So we do need another interior guy. So let's go get Carter.
Lil Wayne coming to Buffalo. Okay. Another A+ pick here for Coach. All right. And now we next up here at pick 160. Best player available is Clemson running back Will Shipley.
Nah, keep moving.
Jamari Thrash, Luke McCaffrey, Tommy Eichenberg.
Keep going.
Tyke Smith.
Let's go Solomon right here. Let's go edge. Let's go get us an edge guy.
Who you say? Solomon? Javon Solomon?
Yeah, let's go get an edge guy. We ain't got an edge.
Another guy. A+ pick on the board. All right. Virtually the same player still available.
gonna say. So where are we? 163. Whoo, I'm looking at James Williams right there. And it's like, you know what? Why not? We got Cameron Kitchens, right? So those two guys played safety at the University of Miami. Why not have those guys be the safety at some point with the Buffalo Bills?
Oof.
Keep
That's
them
not.
together, right? Keep it in
Hey,
the family. Yeah,
hey. I
that's good.
like the thought process there. First B pick of the draft, but it is a B plus, so it's not too far off. But I like the thought process for down the line. You know, you potentially work yourself into another great safety duo like we're just coming
Yeah, but
off.
he's also a hybrid guy that can play linebacker too, just in case we run out of linebackers like we did last year. So he's an
Yeah.
interchangeable guy, and he's real dynamic at 6'5", 230 pounds, and he can cover tight ends as well, running a 4.40. So, oh man, this is a tough one right here. This is a real tough one for me. Because I like Jerry and Jones, but we do need to get a running back. The Isaac Garindo guy, he flashed at the combine running that 4.33. He's a track guy and also can help out with special teams. But man, you can always not have enough corners. So let's see. Go stroll to the beginning. That's the top. Okay, yeah. So we're not gonna get both of those. So I have to think on who would be that fit. Let's just go get. Let's just go get the running back. We already got corner here. Let's go get a running back. We need to get a running back here. We don't. Yeah, let's just go get IG right here.
All right, back on the A plus side of things. All right. Corners are gone.
The corners are gone. I do like Curtis Jacobs. Let's stroll up here. Jalen Simpson. Brendan Jackson is another guy that I like. If we didn't go get Mitch Trubisky, I'll be snatching Joe Milton up in a heartbeat.
I was just about to say that.
But you know what? Let's go get the kid from Washington State. Stroll up.
Oh, cornerback.
Nope. Keep going. Jackson right there. Let's go get that. Yeah, let's go get Brendan Jackson right there. Yeah, that's all I only see. I liked him at the combine. He has a good motor. He has good size, and I think he's he's a very serviceable guy. So I got my C right there. I try to stay in the A's and the B's, But hey, I like what I like.
Sometimes it looks better down the line, not immediately. You know what I mean?
Right. I pounded the table from Brendan Jackson right there. A 204. So now, okay, so we got edge, running back, safety, edge, D tackle, offensive tackle, cornerback, safety, wide receiver. So all these guys here is just, depth guys. Can they make my roster? Would they be able to participate in special teams? Let's go and be a little bit more dynamic and just take the best available player right here. How about Jaheim Bell from out of Florida State?
Jaheim Bell, okay. Best player available is Jalen Ford.
Nah. Well, I like Jalen Ford, but this is the guys that's got to make your roster, and can they play special teams? Jalen Williams is Jaheim Bell is a little dynamic, and he's kind of like a big Deebo Samuel type of tight end there. So 248.
All right, B plus pick. I mean, overall, this has got to be an A draft. I mean, your worst grade is a C plus, and then you got multiple A pluses. Well, we'll tally it up at the end. All right. Right now we're at pick 248. Best player available is Ryan Flournoy. At two, ranked the 202nd best player. What you thinking? We have yet to get an inside offensive lineman. We've got a linebacker, a punter,
Xavier Thomas, another solid guy. You got Caden Wallace, who's another solid guy. But yeah, we do probably need to go with an interior. Look at Jordan Jefferson, that's still there. But I do like, we do have to probably get it. Well, I mean, we don't really have to. I mean, we got William Clapp. We already have Alec Anderson. And McGovern is going over to play center.
There'll be plenty of undrafted free agents.
Right. I mean, we still solid in that area, but these guys again are luxury picks. So I do like the Matt Lee guy, but let's see here. Holy Cross. Let's go back up to the top there. These edgers. I can't believe Xavier Thomas is not about to get drafted here, just sitting up here on this board like this at 208. Then you got Kamal. You got some great pairs to choose from right here. But again, 248. Will this guy push a starter to make this roster? So where are we ranking at on this roster where the Bills probably want to, get another guy? I don't think receiver is it, because we still got, let's not forget about Justin Shorter and our guy from San Diego State as far as wide receiver. So we don't need another wide receiver.
And Keon Coleman is definitely going to take that spot. He ain't playing no games.
So, you know what? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's just go interior. Screw it. Let's go interior.
Okay, I was going to say edge because
I like Xavier Thomas, but we got? We got Jordan Jefferson or we got Matt Lee? Let's say Jordan Jefferson. Let's go ahead and snatch Jordan Jefferson.
All right. I think we're at our last pick. Oh, no, that's it. This is it. All right, let's save this. The BLEAV in Bills mock draft, ladies and gentlemen. First round. Mock one. Your first round pick is Mr. Keon Coleman, wide receiver out of LSU. We got safety Cameron Kitchens teaming up with his partner James Williams, coming both to Buffalo Bills. Renardo Green, cornerback. You get a lot of secondary help from obviously a depleted secondary. Roger Rosengarten here to provide some depth at offensive tackle, perhaps even push, Spencer Brown to see, what's up with that. All right, we got Lil Wayne coming to Buffalo, all right, with Ed Oliver. Those guys down there, Javon Solomon, some good defensive line help. See, Coach, you know what I like here? You got a wide receiver, a high wide receiver, right? So it's a guy who's going to contribute. You got a relatively high offensive lineman, so it's a guy who can contribute down the line. Mm-hmm. And then the rest is virtually straight defense, right? Because you're in a year where you had all your cap casualties for the most part were defensive players, right? You lose the greatest safety tandem to ever exist in the NFL. You lose one of the most beloved defenders that we had in Tre'Davious White, right? And so you're able to bring in 2 new safeties, a new corner. You're able to fortify the defensive line here. I really like this pick. What do you think I really like this draft. What do you think of this draft, Coach?
Hey, that's why we picked it, right? we picking the best players at the time of where the Bills are at this draft. It's going to be guys like this, that's going to be available for the Bills to pick. So it's going to be some great players that the Bills can choose from without even trading back to obtain a 3rd round pick. According to this mock draft. But there you have it. I mean, you want to get top of the line players at the position that you picking at, and you build a roster. I mean, to get Ronaldo Green, where we're getting him at, those are basic skills. I kind of feel like Brandon Beane, the burglar. I just stole so many great players, between 128 and 200. Man, you got a lot of guys there that could potentially start and be an impact there. So, and the key thing is playmakers. The Bills need to get playmakers at these positions, no matter if it's the 1st round or the 7th round. Wherever guy I pick, he needs to be a playmaker. If he's a 7th round D tackle, make sure he's a playmaking D tackle, right? If he's a 6th-round cornerback, let's just make sure that this guy has a knack for making plays, right? Playmaking ability players, that's what's been really lacking on this Bills roster. You know what I mean? So go out there and get you some younger guys that can go out there and make plays for you, and hey, make it to a Super Bowl that way.
You just might. You just might. All right, taking a look at the draft though. Who would you say is your favorite pick for the value you got them, and why?
On this mock draft?
Yeah.
I'm going to say I like that Dwayne Carter pick. There's no way that Dwayne Carter should be still sitting there, and the Bills haven't, selected a defensive tackle yet. Again, they did get Austin Johnson. They did get, Daquan Jones back. They did sign Deshaun Williams. But, hey, you got to – guess what? Those guys are going to be gone next year. Daquan Jones is he did sign a 2-year deal, but who's to say that he's going to return again next year? Austin Johnson, 1-year deal. Deshaun Williams, 1-year deal. So you're going to face the same situation again, Ed Oliver being by himself. So the Bills are definitely going to grab a D tackle at some point. We just don't know when, right? But to have that guy, Dwayne Carter, to be there, sitting there at 133, oh yeah, that was a good pick, and I like a lot of those picks, at that point. But that one kind of sticked out because obviously he's the best available player at a position where the Bills obviously need, and they haven't drafted according to our mock draft. So, I definitely like that pick. I know we did take Keon Coleman a little early, but hey, if he's your guy, he's your guy. Go get him.
I'm about to say.
The next one we'll probably tinker with a trade or two to see, how can we move back in the draft to get a 3rd-round pick, because I know that Brandon Beane don't like going from 60 to 128. That's 67 players that, he's not going to get a chance to draft. And I'm quite sure some of those guys is on his board. So, the next one we're going to tinker with a few trades. But this one, just flat out, it is what it is. Where the Bills picking, there you have it. You still got some good players that can make an impact for this team in multiple ways with 11 picks.
For sure. I think that was a really, really solid draft. Pretty sure that the average was at least an A, if not a B+. But I think I had a favorite tandem. I really like the safeties out of Miami. I think that, you bring them into a situation where you like I said, you're losing the greatest safety tandem in NFL history, right? So now they have not necessarily big shoes to fill because they aren't necessarily going to have to fill those shoes. But eventually down the line, you let them grow and develop, and together after playing however many years they played together at Miami, plus, then how many years that they are in the NFL together, I think that it could end up being like another one of those great safety duos. You do look at Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, and I mean, this is not to sound disrespectful, but they weren't like quote unquote anything special previous to coming to Buffalo. But then when they formed like Voltron, you know what I mean?
Best around.
Right.
They were the best around. It was the best around before, they really started getting their shine. You know what I mean? And I go in the locker room and I always tell Porter, I'm like, man, how come they, man, y'all boys, y'all the best duo. Then they really started getting the recognition, but the NFL kind of missed the a couple of years before then, and they started getting the recognition. But again, those guys age out. They've been on this team since McDermott got here. You know what I mean? So 8 years, that continuity and that trust, is definitely going to, have some struggles to begin with, on that back end for the Bills. So what do? You go out and you get those guys who play with each other. They got familiarity. They got continuity. They got trust. Only thing they have to do is just learn the scheme. But guess what? New DB coach just coached them last year at the University of Miami. So it all makes sense.
That will be very, very, very nice. But all right, guys, 1,200 live viewers. Yo, we appreciate y'all so much. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up.
Nobody like it. Nobody liked the mic. They don't like it. What's their views?
It's on Twitter, so the likes work differently on Twitter. So, but people liking it, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna show up because you know what I'm saying. But make sure you guys continue to like, subscribe to the YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. Follow Coach Wufo Sports. And you know I'm JA17 MVP all day. But yeah, man, great mock draft here. We're gonna post this online. Let us know what y'all thoughts are, because we absolutely want to know what you guys think, you know, about, you know, the mock draft, how we do. And you, of course, remember that there was no trades. Okay, so again, before y'all start asking all those questions, there was no trades. We just went straight through. All right. But with that being said, that's gonna do it for us here at BLEAV in Bills. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Seriously, we'll catch you guys probably later this week with another episode. But Coach, you want to go ahead and send us out, big dog?
Bills just took 11 dogs straight up. Do you believe?
Dogs.
Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports contests and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Now, find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all sports information, from live in-game betting props and futures. Head to Bet Online today, or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Now, use our promo code BLEAV50 to receive your 50%. Welcome your bonus on your first deposit. Now, Bet Online is where the